Will AI trigger the next real estate crash? Well, let's try to figure this out on part one of this topic. I'm Guy Torelli, and on this channel we talk about mobile home parks, RV parks, and multifamily real estate. So are you tired of these housing predictions about the real estate crash, that none of which have come true? Yes, we're all tired of them. Each real estate downturn or crash is different than the previous one, and it originates from someplace new, someplace where most people are not looking at. So you've all seen the predictions for massive job losses due to AI or artificial intelligence, especially for knowledge workers. And there's other predictions that say AI is going to create millions of jobs in the future. But our focus today is on the present, the near future, the next 1, 2, or 3 years, which is the job losses or disruptive phase. So there's going to be a lot of job losses. And then later, there's going to be a lot of jobs available for those people to find new jobs. So who's most at risk with AI? Well, it's us, knowledge workers, information services. So let's start with the legal profession. What's going on there? Well, currently there's this fellow, and he drafts and reviews legal documents in Word and at lightning speeds. But he's just getting started. Have you heard of Harvey? Harvey is unprecedented legal AI. And right here it says, join the wait list. Maybe you should log on and try to get in line. You're going to be surprised that there's 15,000 legal firms on the wait list. Harvey is starting with legal, which is $300 billion worth of business in the U.S. alone. Harvey's first enterprise-level customer is Allen & Overy, a leading international law firm. From their website, it says, Harvey will empower 3,500 of Allen & Overy's lawyers across 43 offices operating in multiple languages with the ability to generate legal content with unmatched efficiency. Harvey's own website says, first lawyers, next professional services, eventually all of knowledge work. Another global partner of Harvey's is PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, one of the largest accounting and professional service firms in the world. They're in 157 countries with 328,000 people. They've partnered with Harvey, and so is Sequoia Capital, and of course, Allen & Overy. So, all of knowledge work, it says on Harvey's website. What does that look like? Well, here's my friend. He works for one of the largest financial services brokerages in America. Household name, you know them. There's thousands of them. This is their standard setup. He's working on weekends and holidays, usually in a sweatshirt and a t-shirt, and at 3 times pay for weekends and holidays. But here comes Ambika. She doesn't need 3 times pay. She doesn't need health care. She doesn't need coffee breaks. She doesn't need coffee or office space. The top 5 financial service firms employ over 300,000 individuals. What's going to happen to a chunk of these people? These companies are going to have less employees. They're going to save huge amounts of money on salaries, and they're also going to need a lot less office space. In other words, their entire overhead structure is going to be reduced tremendously. So here's a list of industries that AI is going to dramatically change, which means job losses. As you look over this list, there's some surprises, such as the movie industry. AI is going to get to the point where it will generate an entire film in a day, as in one film in one day. Think of the thousands of high-paid people in that industry. My friend does editing for a major series. You all know the name. Many of you have watched it. They put him on location. They film all day, give it to him in the evening. He's up all night and edits it. The next morning, they look at it and they decide what they need to take over or adjust, and on they go. And they pay him a lot of money. What's going to happen when one of these AI robots, or whatever you want to call it, could do that editing in about, I don't know, 15 minutes, an hour? They can look it over and they could tell the AI, edit it again, edit it again. Well, you get the idea. I saw a list of the top 20 jobs that AI will replace. 14 of those were teachers, law teachers, English teachers, foreign language teachers, history teachers, psychology, sociology, geography, etc. I was surprised. Well, let's not spend too much time in the AI weeds. Here's the point of this discussion. Where do all these at-risk knowledge workers live? Where do they live? Here's 3 choices. Do they live here in this large mobile home park I sold a few years back? Or do they live here? Or do they live here? Well, these knowledge workers, they live in houses, condos, luxury apartment buildings. With the coming job losses, what is going to happen to residential real estate? Will AI and these losses trigger the next crash? Remember, our focus today is just on the near future with the job losses phase. Here's a large housing subdivision, and our question is, how are all these homes priced in the marketplace? Well, prices are set on the margin. What does that mean? Well, right now, there's not a lot of houses on the market in most places in America. However, if all of a sudden the coming job losses cause that supply of homes to double or triple, then what happens to the price of those homes? In the last few years, the average number of homes for sale in the U.S. has only been about 500,000. In 2017, it was over 1.4 million. So what happens if another 500,000 homes comes on the market, or another 1 million homes comes on the market? Buyers see all these homes on the market, and what do they think? You mix in the negative media, and what do you think is going to happen to home prices? Well, they're going to come down, and the equity in those homes is going to come down too. So a small number of homes selling sets the prices for all homes. That's what it means, that home prices are set on the margin. So back to real estate investing and asking the question, where is the safe place to invest in real estate in the near future? Is it in houses or luxury apartments or affordable housing, such as mobile home parks or RV parks? So that's it for part 1 of this series called Will AI Trigger the Next Real Estate Crash? Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.